Look at that, what a thriller in Game 2, the series. The All-Star Series is squared 1-1 between the Jade Jets and the Bauhinia Stars. And before we catch up with what happened at the toss, I had the chance to sit down. Well, sit down, more like stand up, with the coach of the Bauhinia Stars, Ghulam Saqlain. Let's throw it to Saqlain, let's see what he had to say. We're here with the coach of the Bauhinia Stars, Mr. Ghulam Saqlain, and Saki, I mean, that was an incredible first game. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for your team, losing in the last over. In your estimation, what do you think went wrong in that first game?
Thanks for having me, Jade. Yeah, it's a very close game and interesting game. Whenever the game is played, both in 20 overs, it's become very interesting. Yeah, I think my main budget is not stick around there and play things. I told them if we play 20 overs, we will get the game. So the conditions were wet, the ball was heavy, it was not traveling that easily if we hit it up. So I think both of them have played slightly wrong shots and wrong decisions. Where I don't have many batters. Manda performed really well and give us a good platform. If we just go around and play around her, we can easily win that game. And I think if we just keep on going, it might be finishing at 12 or 13 overs. But somehow we lose the patience, and that's why we lose the game. It was a close game, close contest. Yeah, and a brilliant game.
Yeah, the series is all square 1-1 now. And I noticed with the toss as well, you change your tactics, you decide to bat first, two times to the bowling first. Do you think the conditions have changed in a sense? Or?
Yes, I also go around and check. It's a drier now, and ball will be traveling more. And I think it's a good track to bat on. In the afternoon, I think it will settle down now. So if we just stick there for 20 overs, it will be like 130, 140 runs on the board. It will be not easy to get in the later.
Absolutely simple mantra: get runs on the board and put pressure on the opposition. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Always pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Yeah, so there you have it. Some good insights from Ghulam Saqlain. Always a pleasure to sit down with him. And I think he's going to be joining us in the commentary box
Game 2 was
in maybe half an hour or so. But I'm sure you're dying to find out exactly what happened at the toss. I was out there a moment ago with both the captains.
Look at that. Game 2 was an absolute thriller going into the final over. And now it's all square, 1-1 at the CHK Women's All-Star Series. Game 3 is about to get underway. But first we've got both the skippers, Carrie Chan and Betty Chan, out in the middle for the toss. And the third umpire, Mr. Akbar, is ready as well. Akbar, who's got the coin?
Bauhinia.
Carrie Chan's got the coin.
Numbers.
Number is the call.
It's flower.
Flower it is.
You are going to bed.
Carrie, I think we just picked that up now. Your decision is to bat first. You chose to bowl first in the first game.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you changed your tactics?
Yeah, I think just now the pitch is a bit drying, and then also we think we want to score on the ball, and then that's why we choose the bat first now.
Absolutely. And you lost by just 3 runs in the first game. What do you think went wrong in that game?
I think what we can do better is like our fielding. We can be more tighter, and then we miss quite a lot of the run out. So this time I told the girls that we have to really give the pressure to them, and also when we're batting, we have very good starting partnership, but at between that we are a little bit losing the tempo. So I think we're going to do better this time.
Yeah, it's a big game. It's going to decide the series, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Bye.
And Betty, I can see you have a bit of a smile in your face right now. A very tight victory as well in that first game. But do you think there are any areas where you need to improve?
I think for the fielding, we don't want to make too many mistakes again, and then we can protect the runs.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have any changes to your 11 for this game?
Yeah, we have changes, and then we have some topic girls coming in, and then some of the players will be out.
Absolutely. It's a big game. It's going to decide the series, and best of luck.
Thank you.
So there you have it. Bauhinia Stars who win the toss in the decider. And this time, they're going to have a bat first.
So there you go, change of tactics there from Carrie Chan, choosing to bat first this time. I tell you what, runs on the board in the series decider. I think that's the right decision there from the Bauhinia Stars. But speaking to Ghulam Saklan as well, I think he gave away the result of that toss as well. No worries about that. But of course, with the outfield just drying up a tad here, I think that's factored into their decision. So it's runs on the board, but it's also a change of conditions that's influenced that decision to bat first. So it remains to be seen who walks out to bat, I beg your pardon, for the Jade Jets. This, of course, is Game 3 of the Women's All-Stars Series here in Hong Kong. Game 1, a few months ago, Carrie Chan with that dominant 100. It was a convincing victory for the Bauhinia Stars and actually looked like it was going to be another convincing victory today. They were 50 for 1 in the 8th over. They were only chasing 108. They needed 58 runs to win with 9 wickets in hand. And they absolutely blew it, the Bauhinia Stars. And Saklan as well. He was very honest in his assessment. He said Carrie Chan, Shanzeen Shehzad, they should have stayed there until the end. They should have batted out the overs. And far from just victory, he said there was no reason why we shouldn't have won in the 13th or the 14th over. We just needed one of our experienced heads to bat through. And I couldn't agree more. There you go, the two openers now striding to the crease. I wonder if Carrie Chan is actually opening the batting right now. Yeah, there you go. It looks like Carrie Chan walking to the middle. Fantastic. So it could be Amanda Chung and Carrie Chan to open things up. Two left-handers. Now it's Amy Lai again. So, interestingly, no Amanda Chung at the top of the order. They had a nice innings, of course, in the first game. But I think part of the reason for that is Ghulam Saklan, the assistant coach, of course, of Hong Kong, wants to give as many players a go as possible. In the larger context of the All-Star Series, of course, is it gives these 22 cricketers playing today, playing this game, a chance to stake a claim for national selection. And opening the bowling is Ikra Saher. Yeah, Ikra Saher, of course, bowled that last over just 45 minutes ago against the Bauhinia Stars. 5 runs were needed in that last over of 6 deliveries. A top edge, a run out, a victory by 3 runs for the Bauhinia Stars. Just moments away from the first ball of Game 3. And a few changes for both teams. I'll get back to that in a second. But it's nice to see Georgina Bradley at the Jade Jets back in this 11. One slip in position, first ball. Oh, that's too short, too wide. Some exercise for Renee Montgomery and a bonus run for the Bauhinia Stars. And I'm riding solo in the comm box this afternoon. No Imran Arif. That's nudged into the offside. First runs off the bat. In fact, I tell you what, bit of a run out chance. A better throw could have been first wicket down. No, but like I said, Imran Arif was here with us in that first game. Imran Arif, of course, the head of cricket at USRC. Spent a lot of time working with the likes of Ria Martins, into the 11 today, as well as Myra Baloch sitting out for this game. And for the first time today, it's Captain Fantastic, Carrie Chan, on strike. In around 24 hours from now, she's going to be going under the hammer at the IPL auction. Sorry, the WPL auction. Look at that. But for now, she's going to have to contend with Ikra Saher. Down the leg side. Yeah, not good enough. Another extra run, another wide delivery. And the fitness, of course, of some of these players is going to be tested. Back-to-back games, a double-header Sunday here at Mission Road. Again, third wide of this game already. Ikra Saher, of course, played for the Barmy Army at the Fair Break Invitational last year. I believe the Barmy Army have announced their squad again, and Ikra Saher once again has made that squad, the Barmy Army squad. Yeah, that's much better, much better. In fact, she's been called through for a quick single. Yeah, I think the fielder there had to attack the ball. Like I said, that Barmy Army squad has already been announced. Team Spirit's squad has also been announced. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. 4 hours of non-stop commentary. Some good banter as well during the lunch break. My voice, my vocal cords have taken a beating. Oh, playing a miss there. Yeah, Amy Lai didn't trouble the scorers in the first game this morning. Got out for a duck. Less than ideal. Oh, just poking in that one. So close to the outside edge. You can see those oohs and ahs as well from Ikra Saher. Yeah, Ikra Saher did really well, especially with the bat at the CHK Women's Premier League. She was the top scorer, in fact. Scored more than 200 runs at the Premier League. Oh, another play and a miss. You got to get your feet forward, Amy Lai. Front foot to the pitch of the ball, drive it through the covers. That can happen sometimes. Got a duck, of course, this morning. No doubt she wants to feel bad on the ball. Just get off the mark and get a bit of a score as well. Oh, that's nicked just wide of first slip, down to deep third man for a single. Could have been a wicket in that over. 6 for none after 1. There's a ball there, there's a Marine Yusuf. Oh, playing a miss. I think that's Marine Yusuf. Yeah, absolutely. But Marine Yusuf, of course, picking up 3 wickets in that game. First game of the day. That 3-wicket spell, it was crucial Jade Jets, of course, winning by just 3 runs. First slip in position now. Betty Chan, the off spinner. Oh, I tell you what, so close to the outside edge. It's running down to the boundary and it just about gets there. So some untidy work there from Lemon Chung, conceding 4 needless byes. Yeah, not for the first time today either. In that second innings of the first game today, very early on, conceded 4 byes. Luckily, it did not cost the Jade Jets. You can see Betty Chan now moving a lot closer to her keeper, standing at a conventional first slip. Yeah, good stuff, Marian Youssef, keeping it tight. Getting that angle into the right-hander, that shape away. Nothing complicated, nothing sophisticated about this plan. Just doing the basics right. Oh, under edge, could have gone onto the stumps. And you can see skipper Betty Chan having a bit of a laugh. She was in very good spirits at the toss as well. Had a huge beaming smile on her face. Said, Betty, there's still one more game to come. Yeah, watchfully played. Look, I'll tell you what, that Jade Jets dugout, they're feeling good after winning such a tight contest. The Bauhinia Stars, on the other hand, they know they dropped the ball in that first game. There's no reason why they shouldn't have chased down 108. It was actually a competitive total from Jade Jets. But the Stars got off to such a good start. It's another play to miss. End of the over. 10 for no loss after 2. And if you're just tuning in, it's the Jade Jets. The Stars, rather. The Bauhinia Stars who won the toss and decided to bat first. They won the first toss today as well in the morning game and decided to bowl. I think the runs on the board definitely helped the Jade Jets on that occasion. Just quickly run you through that Bauhinia Stars team. Carrie Chan, skipper, out there in the middle right now. Akasha Youssef, Alison Sue, Amy Lai, Chan Saha, Jennifer Alumbro, Joylene Kaur Daliwal, Mariam Bibi, Maya Gardner, Romella Ozabel, and Shanzeen Shehzad. Too much width on that one. Makes advantage of that width. Carrie Chan. Cut away behind square for 2 runs. They're thinking about 3. Yeah, they're going to come back for the 3rd, in fact. Yeah, good bit of running. Acknowledged by the dugout as well. That's very important when you're not picking up the boundaries. At the very least, you get those 1s, 2s, and 3s. It's something Carrie Chan is very, very good at. For a large portion of her international career, she's batted in the middle order. But every now and then, we've seen her come up the order for Hong Kong as well. Oh, playing a miss. Oohs and ahs, hands on her head right now. Ikra Saher, she knows that was very close. Beating the bat, and not for the first time today either. Oh, should have been taken, that slip. In and out, and a run-out chance as well. So much happening on that delivery. There was a sharp chance to first slip, did well to get a hand on it. And I'm sure she's disappointed it didn't stick. Ikra Sahar once again threatening that outside edge. It's been a very shaky inning so far for Amy Lai. Down the leg side, signaled wide. Yeah, it's been a mixed bag, in fact, from Ikra Sahar. Quite a few extras and a few plays and misses at the same time. 15 for no loss, going at exactly a runner ball right now, the Bauhinia Stars. Yet another decent start for them. On the legs, unable to find the gap. Not sure if you've noticed, I'm commentating with a bit of a lisp today. I was brushing my teeth last night, I sneezed, and I bit my tongue. So pronouncing my S's today has been a bit of a challenge. There you go, Ryoka length delivery. Well done, Ikra Sahar. Every time I pronounce anything with an S, I'm spraying all over the place. Maybe that's why I don't have a co-commentator anymore. He's tired of being spat on. Down the leg side. Oh, she's not happy with herself, Ikra Sahar. Neither is Carrie Chan. A vacant fine leg region. Even a faint tickle on that one and it would have been an easy boundary. And that's the thing about someone like Ikra Sahar. Not for the first time today, she's drifted down the leg side. And again, lucky to get away with that one. Lemon Chung with the single most optimistic appeal of the day. It was definitely going down leg. But like I said, if you bowl down the leg side with nobody at fine leg against some of the better teams, you're going to pay the price. If she did that against a team, I don't know, like the UAE for example, she'd be tickled down to fine leg for easy boundaries. If you do that to someone like perhaps a Tirtha Satish from the UAE, it's 4 any day of the week. Do that to Isha Oza, Nathakan Chantam, definitely you'll be conceding a boundary. Another over takes by. 17 for no loss. Of course, some of those names I mentioned, Isha Oza, Tirtha Satish, Mahika Gore, Stair Callis as well, in that Women's Premier League auction tomorrow. And guess who else is in that auction? Yeah, you got that. You got that right, Carrie Chan, Hong Kong skipper. Oh, leading edge. Oh, tell you what. One bounce to Ikra Sahar. Yeah, it's not easy diving forward. And that one just landed between 3 different fielders. Probably sliding down leg. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, Carrie Chan just stands her ground. Yeah, perhaps that was hitting leg stump or just sliding down leg. Nonetheless, it's a huge early breakthrough here for the Jade Jets. The skipper of the Bauhinia Stars, she shakes her head, but she has to accept that decision from umpire Shiroy Vacha. 17 for 1 now in the 4th over. A big moment in this game. Carrie Chan, that's all she wrote. Has to walk back to the dugout. Is there Amanda Chung in that team? Bauhinia Stars. Yeah, Amanda Chung, of course, the left-handed opener. Did well in the first game, sitting out of this game. Like I said, a big reason for that is to give everybody a fair crack in this tournament, in this series rather. And the bigger picture, of course, is the national team. You do well in these 2 games, you have a real shot of getting selected for the national team. I tell you what, Marine Youssef, she's probably been the pick of the players so far today. Fantastic bowling spell in the first game. She's picked up a wicket again today, this afternoon rather.
Mariam?
Yeah, Shenzhen.
Is it?
Shares.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shanzine Shehzad with the first ball.
अभी लगा
And you can see pull toe again in that short extra cover position. Such a live wire. Yeah, exchanging some nice banter with Keanu Gill as well. Such an energetic presence in the field. Again, into the action, pull toe. Absolute live wire there. Still remember that first All-Star Series game all the way back in the year 2020. Pull toe. I think she took 5 wickets along with the half century in the same game. Pull toe. She's a fantastic player. Driven down the ground, gets a boot on it. Oh, run out chance as well. Yeah, I tell you what, Marian Youssef, she was standing closer to the stumps. It might have been a run out.
So if you look at it, it's 3.6. Oh, that's 6 out. By itself. It's 6 by itself.
Okay. See, Wilson's presence makes it
Jade.
Ooh, poking in that one. Another play and a miss for Amy Lai. End of a successful over, 1 run off it, and the massive wicket of Carrie Chan. They're going at exactly 4.5 runs and over, 18 for 1.
There were 3 fielders out. The 3 was and that's what now was telling this fielder to go.
Change of bowling, first signs of spin in this game. Betty Chan, the skipper, brings herself on. I gotta say, 18 for 1 in the 4th over. After 4 overs, rather. That big wicket of Carrie Chan, it gives Jade Jets a bit of an advantage here. Got momentum on their side, winning this morning. Absolute thriller, won by 3 runs. Yeah, nice and straight. Georgina Bradley does the fielding at mid-on. Georgina Bradley, of course, into the 11 for this afternoon fixture.
camera's on, buddy.
She recently made her Hong Kong debut as well in Japan. I'll tell you what, we had a fantastic super over contest as well between Hong Kong and Japan. Smashed through the offside, dives over that, the cover fielder. And it's going to be first boundary for Shanzine Shehzad. Yeah, there you go. At the toss as well, Betty Chan said, we want to improve on our fielding. And I kind of led her in that direction as well. I asked her any improvements from the first game. We saw a demonstration of that just now as well. See cover dropping back to a deep cover on this occasion. Tossed up, goes down the ground this time, and she split that gap between the bowler and mid-off. Yeah, it doesn't even move for that Shanzine Shehzad. Back-to-back boundaries. And it's interesting, just a minute ago we were saying advantage, early advantage to Jade Jets. But the Stars, they're dragging things back now. Back-to-back 4s. Shanzine looking really good. A bit of a delay, it looks like we've lost the ball. There you go, we found it. Ball going into the bushes behind the side screen. And that boundary down the ground has forced a change in field. Keanu Gill has dropped back to long off now. That's a 5-4 leg side dominant field. It's got a bowl nice and straight here, Betty Chan. Oh, too much width there. Lucky to get away with that one, maybe. Yeah, Shanzine Shehzad walks away, gathers her thoughts. I wonder if Shanzine's thinking I should have gone a little bit squarer. Huge gaps there on the offside. Again on the offside. Oh, again straight to the fielder. Yeah, missed opportunity, Shanzine. Yeah, she doesn't need me to tell her that either. 2 boundaries in that over, 8 runs off it, 26 for 1. See that scorecard as well? Bit of an expensive over there for Betty Chan. She's not going to be happy with herself, Betty Chan. 8 runs in that over. It could have been 12, could have been 16 runs. Not a lot of cover on that offside. Marian Yusuf has been guided to backward point. Yeah, Marian Yusuf, of course, has only conceded 1 run in her first 13 deliveries, and she's picked up a wicket to go with that. Yeah, full toss, lucky to get away with that. I'll tell you what, Amy Lai, still looking for her first boundary. Got a duck in the first game, of course. Batting on 3 off 16. She's got to hurry up. It's T20 cricket. You don't want to get a 30 ball 10. Again, not getting her foot forward. So important. Get your foot forward. Get your foot to the pitch of the ball. And it allows you to transfer that weight onto the front foot as well. Good hands through the ball, but can't find the gap. And that's 3 consecutive dots now to start off the final over of the power play. Only 2 fielders outside that 25-yard circle are allowed. Pitched up again. Another play and a miss. What a spell it's been for Marian Yusuf. What a day for Marian Yusuf. Picked up 3 wickets in the morning game. Picked up a wicket already today. That was a big wicket of Carrie Chan. Outside edge, I think. Oh, so close. Yeah, hands on her head there, Marian Yusuf. I thought I heard a nick. The umpire thinks otherwise.
So did I.
And that's the end of the power play. 26 for 1. And now the field can spread out.
I heard it here too.
And down at Hong Kong Cricket Club, the news is we've got some play, a 24 over a side contest at the Gencor CHK Men's Premier League. So yeah, there you go. Cricket Hong Kong, of course, today streaming 3 different games. Look at that. And you can catch all the action live on the CricFit YouTube page, the CHK Facebook page, and of course on Fan Code in India and the subcontinent. Betty to continue. Oh, she's drawn her out of the crease, and Shiroi Vacha raises the finger. Beautiful bit of bowling from Betty Chan. Slowed it up, tossed it up nice and wide. Shanzine Shehzad stumped. 26 for 2 now. Shanzine walking back to the dugout. 9 of 10 deliveries. She actually looked pretty good. A pair of boundaries. Couldn't quite kick on, sadly. And once again, it's advantage Jade Jets. Some conversations here in that Bauhinia Stars dugout. And a new batter walking in at number 4. Joylene Kaur Dhaliwal batted at number 10, I believe, in the previous game. Now she's walking in at number 4. And she's listed as a wicketkeeper for today as well. Interestingly, Shanzine Shehzad not listed to take the gloves in the second innings. So it's going to be Joylene with the gloves in the second innings, but for now, she's got a task ahead of her walking in at number 4. Side's in trouble. And this, of course, is the decider of the CHK Women's All-Star Series. The All-Star Series, of course, designed to bridge the gap between the Premier League and international cricket. If you want to hear and read more about this new, more robust, tiered domestic system in Hong Kong for women, you can always log on to hkcricket.com. A lot of literature there on the women's game. Latest news as well from Cricket Hong Kong. You can find that on the website. Oh, should have been moving a feet there. Ooh, that one just keeping a tad low. The result the same. Yet another dot ball. No runs in the last 10 deliveries now for the Bauhinia Stars. Bang through the offside. Has she found the gap? No. Just a single. Joylene, you gotta slide that bat in. Tell you what, a direct hit, things could have been interesting. 27 for 2, 1 ball left in the 7th. If you're just joining us, it's the Bauhinia Stars that won the toss and chose to bat. They lost their captain early, then a couple of boundaries from Shanzine Shehzad. They were looking good. Just moments ago, Shanzine dismissed. Cut away, good sound off the bat, but it goes straight to the fielder. End of the over, much better one there for Betty Chan. 27 for 2. And of course, if you want to help us spread the word about cricket in Hong Kong, especially women's cricket, then share the link of this live stream with your friends and family. In fact, I'm watching right now on the CrickFit YouTube page. I'm going to click that share button. I'm going to click on the WhatsApp icon and send that to my family group chat. Change of bowling, it's Keanu Gill now into the attack. Took that all-important 9th wicket, of course, of Alison Sue. 6 runs were needed, 2 wickets in hand, 10 balls left. And look at that, Keanu Gill draws an outside edge from Alison Sue. And minutes later, it's the Jade Jets who win Game 2. What a dramatic conclusion to the morning game today. Tell you what, I was expecting a huge celebration from the Jade Jets as well after they won that second game. They were a lot more calm than I was. I wanted a super over. It's in the air! Oh, tell you what, a few centimeters closer to the pull toe and it would have been the 3rd wicket down. Tossed up, uppish. Yeah, she's gonna pick up another round here. Joylene Kaur Daniwal. You can see head coach Niaz Ali, head coach of the Jade Jets, just giving some advice to his fielders. Pitched up, flayed away but straight to backward point. Yeah, word is beginning to spread that we have a double header on right now. There you go, 25 people watching currently on the CrickFit YouTube channel, and many more on Facebook and Fan Code. For all of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, and of course fan code, I want to hear your predictions. How much do you think the Bauhinia Stars will score at the end of this innings? That's too short. She finds the fielder again. Amy Lai, that frustration continues to grow for the right-hander. Another inexpensive over, 29 for 2 after 8.
Second over is a 5-ball over. Second over. Third over.
Yeah, you see those partnerships as well. Nothing to write home about so far for the Bauhinia Stars, but still early days. We're going to see a change of bowling. It's Georgina Bradley, the teenager, into the attack. Tell you what, there's a good interview with Georgina Bradley as well on that CHK YouTube channel. It's down the leg side. Oh, just as I was talking her up. Drifts down leg, concedes a needless wide down the leg side. But like I said, a couple of interviews there with pathway players such as Georgina Bradley and left armer Myra Baloch on that CHK YouTube channel. Punched straight to pull toe in the covers. And pretty shortly we're going to see an interview with Ghulam Saklain, the assistant coach of the Hong Kong women's team. Yeah, there you go. He's got a smile on his face, and for some reason he's wearing a sun hat. It's not very sunny. Another play and a miss. Yeah, she's not happy with herself. That run rate now under 4 runs and over. I'm going to move my backpack away, create some space for Saklain. Still 4 balls left in this over. Flat batted down the ground. Some work to do here. Fancy footwork there from Marian Youssef. Saklain, we spoke about this earlier. Of course, a narrow loss for your team in the first game, losing by just 3 runs. But of course, you're also the assistant coach of Hong Kong. Just give me your thoughts about the performances of some of these players so far today.
Thanks for having me for this game. Yes, we lost narrowly is because of the condition in the morning, and our batters didn't take advantage of the conditions, though the 107 was there to get it, but some rash hitting put us in a bad position to lose the game. But it's a cricket game, and it's always there to learn. Yeah, and hopefully the players will learn and build up their skills playing around the conditions, which I mentioned during the meeting a few times, that today the conditions are there to be fight with actually.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sorry, cutting down. At the moment, we are having a pathway girls. One is Georgina, who is bowling from our pathway program, and
She made her debut for Hong Kong quite recently as well.
yes, she did in Japan, and it was a good chance for her to get along with the national team and learn a few things on the tour.
And a few times already today we've seen her just drift down leg side, get penalized with a wide delivery. This time a bit short and a bit wide. Misfield as well there. Luckily it slows up in the outfield, so it's just going to be 2 runs here for the Bauhinia Stars.
Ground conditions are a bit heavier. That's where the ball is not traveling, so the batters have to take a chance to runs 2 or 3s.
We're into the 9th over. That run rate just under 4 runs and over. But no, Saklain, that's a very good point you bring up. few players in this All-Star series from both sides, of course, in the Pathway program. Someone like Myra Baloch and, of course, Georgina Bradley, who we just saw right now. Tell us more about the Pathway program and some of the players coming through there.
I would like to mention that Bauhinia, Joylene, is also a pathway batter. She's just batting, and naturally she's a good cricketer, talent-wise. So she just need to get polished and get better with her skills. Yes, pathway program was started 2 years ago, and we've been working on it, which usually we have a training in a CCC, thanks to them providing their facility indoor. We have a Tuesday training, and then I just added up this year one more training on Saturday.
Fantastic.
So these both trainings are there to develop the young girls' skills. These are only skill-based training, so we work on their skills, and one skill at a time we take it. So it's been going well. We have 20 odd girls on the program at the moment, and I would like to request all the clubs and centers around, if there are young girls available, do let us know, and then it will help us to strengthen the bench strength for Hong Kong team as well. And I think ICC under 19 qualifying next year, so it's a big hope for these girls to play these, consider in these all-star games.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course that experience of playing with people like Carrie Chan, Betty Chan, even Keanu Gill.
Keanu Gill performed really well, and a lot of learning for the players, for this youngster from her. And the way Marine bowled today was fantastic. And I think it's Carrie Chan, Marine, Keanu, Shanzine, a lot of learning from them. These are the senior players. I would like to mention Betty as well, as a captain of Jade.
Yeah, no doubt. She made some good decisions as well in that second game. Some good bowling changes from Betty Chan. And quite often, as soon as she made a bowling change, it worked in the very first over. But Betty Chan, like you said, very, very experienced. And that's a good shot, but straight to mid-off. In fact, a run-out chance and a clean collection would have seen the third wicket fall.
With slow running, that's what we are talking about. Decision making is a very important in cricket, and these games will provide a good opportunity for these youngsters to learn and make decision, communication, and learn how to use these conditions.
Yeah, no doubt. And it helps to be in pressure situations as well.
That's absolutely right.
A team like the Bauhinia Stars, I know they didn't get over the line in that first game. But a lot of these players, like you said, they're very young. Some of them in the Pathway program, some of them hoping to get into the under-19 team for the World Cup qualifiers. And I think
Yes,
they're definitely going to be richer for the experience in that first game.
In Bauhinia Star, we got Maya, we got Joylene and Pushti. These are the three youngsters, and in a J Jets is Myra, Karen, as well as Georgina. So 6 of the Pathway girls are representing both team in All Stars.
Yeah, I think Pushti Lakhani as well. She had a very good Premier League campaign. I think she took 8 wickets in 5 games during the Premier League.
She did well. She did well with the bowling, and she's considerable, very technical batter as well.
Absolutely. That's just been smashed away wide of mid-on. Very useful boundary there for Bauhinia Stars, a well-needed one. And it's Amy Lai as well, the first boundary of the day.
Yes.
You can see on that replay as well, placed it to perfection. And Georgina Bradley, she never stood a chance. It's forced a change in field as well, with Georgina now dropping back to a wideish long on.
Amy is a good batter. She just takes some times and get used to the conditions. She play for our development team.
Oh, that's good running between the wickets as well. The fielder in the deep should attack the delivery. And I think that's Ikra Saher, maybe just nursing a bit of a niggle there.
She's all right. As I was mentioning, Amy takes some times to settle down, and then she played the shots. She played a development few matches, and she made a 50 there and a 30 plus. So looking at those two games, we asked her to play all stars, and it's a good opportunity for her to show her skills.
That's been smashed to mid-off. Ooh, a bit of a misfield there. Allows them to pick up a single. 8 runs off this over so far. 1 ball left. Haley Liu's first over. But Saklan, I want to take you back to our conversation before this game as well. You had a lot of praise for Amanda Chung and how she started in that first game. Oh, that's in the air. This could be the 3rd wicket. It should be taken, and it is. Mary Yusuf makes no mistake, and Haley, she closes out the over with a much-needed wicket for her. 7 runs off the over, 43 for 3 now after 11. 44 for 3, I beg your pardon.
So Marian coming in for there's a new batter. Yes, Amanda played a really good innings and set a good base in the last game, but unfortunately she need to go. She's not available for the second match.
Yeah, and Mariam Bibi walking in at number 5, like you mentioned just now. And the first time that I really started to notice Mariam Bibi, I think it was back in 2021. In fact, Mariam Bibi, there was an All-Stars fixture. Back then it was called the Premier League. But an All-Stars fixture where she picked up 5 wickets and she scored a quick fire 42 of 26 as well. To this day, it's one of the best all-round performances that I've seen in women's cricket in Hong Kong. Just talk to us a little bit more about Mariam Bibi's development and especially her batting. What areas do you feel she needs to improve on?
So, yes, Mariam is a very energetic player. She loves the challenges, and she's a bowling all-rounder. So she considered more of a bowler and a batter than a batter. At the moment, she's just started to work on more skill on a batting to get better in a batting. And you can see in the last game, she played a few drives along the ground. Usually she don't. She loved to hit 6s or 4 runs and playing across, but definitely she's very keen to improve that, and she's working on it. And hopefully you will see a different Mariam with a bat in the future.
Ooh, tried to chase that one. Oh, and not signaled wide. And you can understand why. She moved across her crease. But Saklan, it was so nice having you in the comm box. Always very, very insightful. Sat down with us before the game, sat down with us now as well. And anytime you want to come back to the comm box, you're always most welcome.
It's always a pleasure having a chat with you, and it's a great input. You also put about the women game, as I mentioned before. I can see how much you love this game. Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Anytime you want to come back, the seat is always open for you.
Thanks a lot.
But getting back to the game, they're going at just under 4 runs and over here. Game 3 of the Women's All-Stars Series. Halfway through the 12th. Nudged away. There's a deep fine leg in position. It should be cut off. And yes, it is. Like Saklan was saying, I'm an absolute nerd when it comes to associate cricket and women's cricket. And if you like what you've heard so far today, you can always follow me on Twitter at JDancingHani. And of course, you can always follow Cricket Hong Kong on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's a lot of international, well, international and domestic action coming up in 2023 in Hong Kong. Watchful. Mariam Bibi calls her through for a quick single. Yeah, tell you what, a direct hit. Could have been the 4th wicket down there. .47 for 3. They need to get a move on. We've spoken about that magical 3-figure score, getting as close as possible to that 100-run mark, maybe 110. Quick, decisive call of no, and the correct call as well. Score remains 47 for 3 after 12. You can see that batting card as well. Amy Lai, she's been there from the start. 3 wickets down already. So she's got a bit of a start here. Amy Lai picked up a boundary as well, her first boundary of the innings. But 13 of 35, it's not good enough so far in T20 cricket. Haley was expensive in her first over, but she did of course pick up a wicket as well. Can she make it 2 wickets? It's tossed up, a bit uppish, a quick single. An appeal, which is rightfully turned down by the square leg umpire. Tell you what, one thing that's really impressed me about both the teams so far today has been the over rate. They're getting through their overs nice and quickly. And that's so important, especially if you hope to play for the national team. Those over rate penalties, they can be very, very harsh. Those over rate penalties can force you to bring an extra fielder into the circle. And against the better teams in death overs, that can cost you the game. Like Saklan said, there's a lot of cricket coming up for both women's teams. The under-19 team, of course, is being assembled as we speak. A lot of players in that pathway program, and a plea as well for anyone listening out there. If you're a viewer in Hong Kong and you have a child, a daughter, or maybe a younger sister who wants to get involved with cricket in Hong Kong, trust me, there are a lot of opportunities to play cricket in Hong Kong as a female right now. Ooh, that's a big appeal. Yeah, it looked like she was trying to leave that for a second. Just misjudged the line of that one, Amy Lai. And you can see Mariam and Amy now just exchanging a quick word. Mariam telling her there are gaps, there are huge gaps in the leg side right now. It's a 5-4 offside dominant field. There is a space there, a vacancy between mid-wicket and square leg. Smashed. Quick single. And she makes it in easily. Ooh, so close to the outside edge again. Yeah, look at that, just 2 runs coming off this over so far. 1 ball left, we almost had overthrows.
Last ball.
Last ball coming up. Oh, quick call for a single, suicidal run. And an easy decision for the square leg umpire. So that's the end of Amy Lai. She struggled a bit today. Only picked up 1 boundary in a very long knock. And she's walking back to the dugout now, 4 wickets down. And still that run rate is under 4 runs and over. 49 for 4 now in the 13th over. 1 ball left, in fact, in the 13th over. And this innings for Bauhinia Stars, you gotta say, it's not going anywhere right now. A huge, huge advantage for the Jade Jets. And full credit to the Jade Jets as well. They were absolutely hammered in that first game. Mainly by Carrie Chan. What an innings that was from Carrie Chan. But they bounced back in the last game, defending a total of 107. And once again, they've got the opposition on the ropes. Alison Sue now walking in at number 6. A bit of a promotion for her. Batted at number 7 in the morning game. I tell you what, it's a tough position to be in as well for Alison Sue. Kept running out of partners. 6 runs were needed, 2 wickets in hand. She was on strike. Got an outside edge to Keanu Gill. It was taken by Lemon Chung. Haley has now picked up 2 wickets. I tell you what, Haley's bowling has improved a lot over time. Upish, oh, could have been a 3rd wicket. That's gonna go down as a chance. She's not the tallest player, pull toe. Got a hand to that, and unfortunately concedes a single. Nonetheless, another successful over from Haley Liu. 50 for 4 after 13. That Bauhinia Stars dugout, very, very quiet right now. I think a big reason why the dugout is quiet is because the loudest member of the dugout is out there in the middle. Mariam Bibi at the non-striker's end. But like Saklan said as well, the word he used was energetic. Mariam Bibi, a very energetic cricketer. And he's right.
Is it?
Yeah, there you go. Change of bowling. Pull toe into the attack. Dropped a catch just minutes ago. Can she make amends? Sue goes leg side. There's work to do in the deep. Yeah, it does well. I think it's Ikra Saher. Takes it on the bounce. Keeps it down to a single. Once again, getting a bit chilly here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Bit of a breeze blowing past now. Pull toe. Usually quite tidy with the ball. Again, just coming into the right hand, a quick single again. Ah, a better throw there from backward point, and it could have been curtains. And they can ill afford that right now. The Bauhinia Stars, they need a big knock here from Mariam Bibi. The problem for them right now, it's a double-edged sword. Full toss, miss hit, no run. Like I said, it's a bit of a double whammy. They've lost 4 wickets already. But the run rate, a big issue. Oh, that's a double bounce. Should be signaled no ball, and I think it's also going to be a free hit maybe. Yeah, there you go, that helicopter signal from Shiroi Vacha. So a free hit coming up. Alison Sue, you got to go big. She does go big. She clears the infield. She's not going to find the boundary. Just picks up a single. That's been the story of the day. Story of the innings, rather, so far for the Bauhinia Stars. There's been no shortage of intent. They're just finding the fielders over and over again. I'm sharing the link of this live stream with more and more of my friends. There you go, WhatsApp icon. And I've clicked on my friend Roger's name. Roger, here you go. Next, send. And you've got a link to this live stream, just like the other 28 cool people watching on YouTube. We have another change in bowling. Rhea Martins into the attack. Rhea Martins, of course, plays for USRC and even captained the USRC Lantau Lionesses in the Premier League. At least one game, if not two, in fact. She's actually very well spoken, Rhea Martins. Very confident speaker, Rhea Martins. Saw her at the toss a few months ago. Said, Rhea, you're a natural. Needs no media training at all, Rhea Martins. Let's see what she can do with the ball. Good sound off the bat, and again, Georgina Bradley, that one just evading her. First boundary for Alison Sue. Tell you what, it was a very strong shot as well, over-pitched. It was in the arc. A couple of bounces, and down to a wideish long-on boundary for 4. That's also forced a change in the field. Georgina Bradley has now dropped back from mid-on to that wideish long-on region. Mid-off, of course, in the circle. Guided straight to backward point. In fact, they sneak through for a single. Look at that. Well done, Mariam Bibi. I tell you what, backward point, not for the first time today. Not attacking the ball. That's what happens when you let the ball just come to you. To build as much pressure on the batters as possible. That's in the air. I think it's going to be safe. Yeah, lands between two fielders. But a useful over this for the Bauhinia Stars. 6 runs off it so far. Still 3 balls left. 33 balls left now in this innings. A run a ball will take them to 93. I doubt that's going to be enough. Can they get up to 100? Full toss. That's aerial. Again, it lands between 2-3 fielders. They're thinking about 2. They come back for it. Yeah, good bit of running. Some good encouragement as well from that dugout. Ghulam Saqlain getting louder and louder. Doesn't want to lose 2 games in one day. Down the leg side, we wait for the signal from the umpire. I think it might be runs. Yeah, there you go. Bit of an under edge on that one. So runs off the bat. And runs off, I think, every single ball in this over as well, so far. Oh, she was thinking about the sweep shot again. Mariam Bibi adjusts a forward defensive and a useful dot ball for the Jade Jets. Nonetheless, 9 runs off the over. Yeah, I think that's actually the best over the innings so far. For all of you on the live chat, both on Facebook, YouTube, and FanCode, I want to hear from you. What are your predictions? How much do you think the Bauhinia Stars will score at the end of 20 overs? This, of course, is Game 3 of the CHK Women's All-Stars Series. And the series is currently squared at 1-1 between the Bauhinia Stars and the Jade Jets. As the Stars, who won the toss in Game 3 and decided to bat first, they lost their captain very early on in the piece. Tell you what though, Carrie Chan, in around 24 hours from now, she's going to find out whether or not she gets picked up in that Women's Premier League auction. Imagine that, a Hong Kong player, the Hong Kong skipper, playing in the Women's Premier League. It's a potentially massive 24 to 36 hours coming up in the life of Carrie Chan. Punched, great sound off the bat, work to do in the deep. Yeah, she does well, deep cover. Keeps it down to just a single. Still a very young partnership this between BB and Sue, but promising signs right now. 28 balls left now in this innings. Edged away between the keeper and third man. Yeah, Rhea Martins does well, keeps it down to 2. But good stuff there from Mariam Bibi. Ghulam Saklan just a minute ago was talking about how she's changing her approach at the crease, Mariam Bibi. She's looking to bat time, she's looking to keep the ball along the carpet as well. Ooh, tries that cut shot. This time a play and a miss. Yeah, things heating up now. Quite literally, actually, at Mission Road. It's getting warmer. Short, pushed, down the ground. Easy single. No boundaries in this over so far. Tossed up, she goes down the ground. Has she got enough distance on that? Oh, bit of a misfield in the deep. It should have only been a single. I think that's Keanu Gill down there, went with the one-hander. A needless boundary conceded. 4 overs left, 71 for 4. And for the first time in a long time, that run rate exceeding 4 runs and over. And that total of around 100 that we were talking about, it's looking like it could happen. And both these players at the crease right now, they've definitely got some power. And there's batting to come for the Bauhinia Stars, someone like Chan Saha still sitting in that dugout. .24 balls left, and it's Betty Chan, the skipper, back into the attack. The accurate off spinner. Yeah, I'll tell you what, everybody in cricket Hong Kong circles knows how good Betty Chan is, but internationally, I feel like Betty Chan does not get enough recognition. She's a very, very consistent bowler. Once again, squeezed into the offside, just a single this time. But Betty Chan, of course, has been picked up by Team Spirit in the Fair Break Invitational. Retained, I should say, for the second season of FBI 23. Nice and straight, just 1 run off the over so far. Three balls left in the over. She's closing things out so well. Much like national skipper Carrie Chan, she often bowls in the power play and at the death. Big appeal, and it's been given. Another wicket here for Betty Chan. An outside edge, and that spells the end of Alison Sue. Bauhinia Stars have now lost half their side. But more importantly, they're running out of deliveries here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. 72 for 5 now, 2 balls left in the 18th. And the 17th, I beg your pardon. The point still stands. 20 balls remaining. And they need to get up to somewhere close to 100 at the very least. Now you can see on your screens the new batter at the crease, Chan Saha. Chan Saha, of course, scored the only half-century for Craig and Gower CC during the Women's Premier League. The next highest score after that was Amanda Chung's 47. Chan Saha, I feel like she's been around forever. Yeah, played for Hong Kong all the way back in the early 2000s as well. Chan Saha, one of the early mentors for Carrie Chan. Taught her about the basics of left arm spin. And now look at Carrie. Student has surpassed teacher. Oh, big appeal again. I love this control of length, the flight and the guile from Betty Chan. She's such a consistent operator. Three overs left after this. Last ball coming up. Full toss drilled. But there's cover down there at long off, and it's only a single. Another over takes by. 73 for 5. Change in bowling. Ikra Saher now back into the attack. Chan Saha on strike, looking for a first boundary. Playing a miss. Tell you what, there was a bit of a gap there as well between third man and backward point. If she'd nailed that cut shot, I think it would have raced down to the boundary. Nonetheless, another useful dot ball here for the Jade Jets. And suddenly that magical 3-figure total, somewhere in the region of 100, it's looking harder and harder for the Bauhinia Stars. Oh, full toss. This could be a no ball. And it's dropped as well. It's put down. Yeah, there you go. Signaled no ball. And we're going to see that helicopter signal as well. That dangerous helicopter signal. A free hit. And it's Mariam Bibi on strike. I tell you what, Mariam Bibi, that's one player you do not want to be bowling a free hit to. But a reminder, of course, with a new batter on strike, you're allowed to change the field.
Hello.
Third man is on the fence, as is Deep Fine Leg. The other boundary rider's deep mid-wicket. And long off as well, back on the rope. Free hit. She goes across her stumps and misses that. Tell you what, Mariam Bibi, she's not going to be happy with herself. Yeah, it's a dot ball there. So very lucky to get away with that one. Ikra Saher, not for the first time today, bowling a waist-high full toss. Not for the first time getting away with a free hit. Fuller, much better, much better. You can hear in the background as well from Niaz Ali, the coach of Jade Jets. Good comeback, Ikra. 16 balls left now. Can they get up to 95? Bang goes BB. And she picks up a boundary as well. A very important boundary at a very important time for the Bauhinia Stars. Yeah, good shot as well. A short arm jab. Didn't look to overhit that. Played it along the carpet and it raced along this outfield for 4. That score now 79. And Mariam Bibi, she looks well set at the crease. 8 of 15, so important. She picked up that first boundary. Full toss. Ah, she should have done better with that. Yeah, she walks away. She's not happy with herself, Mariam Bibi. She knew that was a boundary for the taking. Could have gone down the ground maybe between the bowler and mid-on. 2 balls left now. Through the offside, bit of a misfield from backward point. Ria Martins in hot pursuit. Yeah, she's going to come back for 2 as well. Shaping up to be a good over here for the Bauhinia Stars. 81 now for 5. Yeah, in fact, that is the end of the over. It's just 2 overs left after this. 12 deliveries in total. I can see the likes of Tommy Wong, Niaz Ali watching very, very closely, as is the head coach of Hong Kong, Wilson, as well as assistant coach of Hong Kong and head coach of the Bauhinia Stars, Gulam Saklan. 81 for 5. Ideally, the Bauhinia Stars would want another 15 to 20 runs on the board. Big shot, but there's somebody, Marine Youssef specifically, down there on the boundary, just a single. So Betty Chan, of course, bowling the penultimate over, which begs the question, who is going to bowl the final over of this innings? She goes leg side to Bibi. There's work to do in the deep. She should come back for 2. A strong throw might have her in trouble. Nah, she makes it in quite comfortably. And now the helmet, the cap has come off for Chan Saha at the non-striker's end. 3 runs off the first 2 balls in this over. They need a boundary though to close things out. Into the leg side she goes again. It's aerial. She's thinking about 2. She comes back for 2. A strong throw from Ikra Saher. I tell you what, a clean gather and it would have been 6 wickets down. But that's what happens when you run that first one hard and put pressure on the fielders. A useful over, 5 runs off it, 3 balls left. Can she pick up a boundary? 5 fielders on the leg side. Oh, I tell you what, that was there to be cut away. Only 4 fielders on the offside. Nobody behind square on the off either. I think Mariam Bibi, she knew that. Good delivery, Yorker length delivery. In fact, it's been dug out. Down the ground, Georgina Bradley does well. 2 runs here. Still no boundaries in this over. But 7 runs off it. Seven balls left now. A very useful dot and a big grunt there from Mariam Bibi. She wanted the single. She wanted to retain strike. Nonetheless, a useful over for the Jade Jets. Just 7 runs off it. 6 balls left now. 88 for 5. And if you're just joining us on this telecast, it's the Bauhinia Stars who won the toss and decided to bat first. It hasn't been the easiest first 19 overs for them. And I don't think it's going to get much easier. Marine Youssef back into the attack. What a day she's had. 3 overs, picked up a wicket, barely conceded any runs, Marine Youssef. Change of bowler. Yeah, Marine Youssef. Here we go, last over. Playing a miss, another dot. Yeah, you can see BB just looking for the strike there at the non-striker's end. But Lemon Chung, she's up to the stumps to prevent that. I think BB's just telling Chan Saha as well, pick up the single, give me the strike. I'm feeling good. I can get a boundary away. Third man in the circle. It's down the leg side. Oh, I tell you what, a direct hit. There would have been curtains for BB. Look at that, 61 people watching on the CHK Facebook channel. Goes down the ground, has she found the gap? Keanu Gill makes no mistake this time, just a single, down to long off. But good use of the feet there from Chan Saha, trying to create something. 2 runs off the over so far, 4 balls left. Drilled down to mid-on, just a single. And singles are not going to bother the Jade Jets. They're definitely in control of this game right now. Anything can happen, of course, with the runs on the board. But you have to say smart money says it's the Jade Jets game right now. Backs away, creates some room for herself, but goes through the leg side. Oh, tries a scoop shot. There you go. Only a single. Yeah, I can see what she was trying there, Mariam Bibi. Third man was up in the circle. And Lemon Chung. I think she just said something along the lines of, I wish I was taller. Just over the head of Lemon Chung. The irony of that is Lemon Chung is the one who likes those scoop shots. Down the track. Big appeal. I think it's a wide down the leg side as well.
There's 1 ball left.
Really? There was a second wide of the over, right?
Yes.
I believe this is going to be the last ball of the innings as well. So it's Chan Saha on strike. I tell you what, it's tough to count sometimes. A couple of extras already in the final over. Chan Saha on strike. Chan Saha goes bang. But goes straight down to long off. You have to come back for the second. They make it in quite comfortably. 96 now for the Bauhinia Stars. And there you go. That's all she wrote. 96 for the loss of 5 wickets after 20 overs. And you get the feeling it's around 10 runs below par here for the Bauhinia Stars. But a really good bit of work from Jade Jets in the field. They bowled as a unit. And they kept the opposition down to 96 after losing the toss and being asked to bowl. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. Follow Cricket Hong Kong on our social media channels on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't go too far. because on the other side of this, we're going to have the highlights of the first innings, followed, of course, by the response from the Jade Jets. They need 97 to win in 20 overs to clinch the All-Stars. Probably sliding down leg. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, Carrie Chan just stands her ground. Yeah, perhaps that was hitting leg stump or just sliding down leg. Nonetheless, it's a huge early breakthrough here for the Jade Jets. The skipper of the Bauhinia Stars, she shakes her head, but she has to accept that decision from umpire Shiroy Vacha. 17 for 1 now in the fourth over. Smashed through the offside, dives over that, the cover fielder. And it's going to be first boundary for Shanzeen Shehzad. Yeah, there you go. At the toss as well, Betty Chan. We saw a demonstration of that just now as well. See cover dropping back to a deep cover on this occasion. Tossed up, goes down the ground this time, and she split that gap between the bowler and mid-off. And of course, on fan code in India and the subcontinent. Betty to continue. Oh, she's drawn her out of the crease, and Shiroy Vacha raises the finger. Beautiful bit of bowling from Betty Chan. Slowed it up, tossed it up nice and wide. Shanzeen Shehzad stumped. 26 for 2 now. Shanzeen walking back to the dugout. 9 of 10 deliveries. She actually looked pretty good. A pair of boundaries. Yeah, I think Pushti Lakhani as well. She had a very good Premier League campaign. I think she took 8 wickets in 5 games during the Premier League.
She did well. She did well with the bowling, and she's considerable, very technical batter.
But Saklan, I want to take you back to our conversation before this game as well. You had a lot of praise for Amanda Chung and how she started in that first game. Oh, that's in the air. This could be the third wicket. It should be taken, and it is. Marian Youssef makes no mistake, and Haley, she closes out the over with a much-needed wicket for her. 7 runs off the over, 43 for 3 now after 11. 44 for 3, I beg your pardon.
So Marian coming in.
Last ball coming up. Oh, quick call for a single, suicidal run. And an easy decision for the square leg umpire. So that's the end of Amy Lai. She struggled a bit today. Only picked up 1 boundary in a very long knock. And she's walking back to the dugout now. 4 wickets down. And still that run rate is under 4 runs and over. 49 for 4 now in the 13th over. 1 ball left, in fact, in the 13th over. Could have been a third wicket. That's going to go down as a chance. She's not the tallest player pulled toe. Got a hand to that, and unfortunately concedes a single. Nonetheless, another successful over from Haley Liu. 50 for 4. Needs no media training at all via Martins. Let's see what she can do with the ball. Good sound off the bat, and again, Georgina Bradley, that one just evaded. Tossed up, she goes down the ground. Has she got enough distance on that? Oh, bit of a misfield in the deep. Much like national skipper Carrie Chan, she often bowls in the power play and at the death. Big appeal, and it's been given. Another wicket here for Betty Chan. An outside edge, and that spells the end of Alison Sue. Bauhinia Stars have now lost half their side. But more importantly, they're running out of deliveries here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. 72 for 5 now, 2 balls left in the 18th. And the 17th. Welcome back. It's Game 3, the decider between the Jade Jets and Bauhinia Stars. If you're just joining us, the target for the Jade Jets is 97 to win in 20 overs. It was a very disciplined bowling effort. A few wickets for Hailey Liu, of course. Wickets shared around, in fact. Marian Youssef as well got into the wickets. She was fantastic, Marian Youssef. The best bowler that we've seen so far today, making a strong case for national selection. Speaking of the national team, it's Mariam Bibi bowling the first over. Oh, fishing at that one, pull toe. Natural yip should be natural. Was it natural? Yes. Yeah, there you go. I'm sure you picked that up in the background. Natural Yip, the non-striker at the other end. Yeah, nice and full. On target as well. I tell you what, Mariam Bibi, she's still young, still in her early 20s. And I'm predicting big things for Mariam Bibi in the future for Hong Kong. As a bowler, she's getting more and more accurate. She was fantastic in that game against Kuwait at the ACC Women's T20 tournament. Again, just outside off stump, but like I said, in that game against Kuwait at the ACC Women's T20 Championship, essentially the Asia Cup qualifier, she dragged things back for Hong Kong, snatched victories out of the jaws of defeat. Kuwait, they needed 42 runs to win with 9 overs left. They had 8 wickets in hand. Mariam Bibi takes a hat-trick. You gotta love it. Over the top goes pull toe. Yeah, it doesn't quite get the distance on that. Lands between 2 fielders and she picks up a single. But like I said, Mariam Bibi in Malaysia, that ACC Women's T20 Championship, it was a very important tournament in the context of her career. It gave her a lot of confidence as well. Pushed into the offside. I think that's Alison Sue there at backward point, making no mistake. She's been right on the money so far, just 1 run off this over. See a slip in position as well. 1 ball left. I think she's looking for that outside edge as well. Natural Yip though, she's in good form. Made a contribution in that first game. Upish, taken, first wicket down. Bauhinia Stars, they're still in it. It's 1 for 1 after the first over and a big fat 0 for Natural Yip. There you go, we were just talking her up, Mariam Bibi, and responds with a wicket in her very first over. Got a game on here once again at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. That required run rate now over 5 runs and over. Shortly on your screen you're going to see the familiar face of Keanu Gill walking out in the middle. Once again, they need a contribution from Keanu Gill. There's a big moment in this game, the context of the CHK Women's All-Stars Series. It's going to be Alison Sue from the other end. Alison Sue, of course, very recognizable with that peroxide dyed hair. Seen her with white hair before as well, with silver white hair, Alison Sue. Oh, an inside edge. Down to fine leg. It's going to be at least a single. Yeah, that's all it's going to be. It's the first ball now for Keanu Gill. Low full toss, hit straight to Carrie Chan in the cover region. But Carrie Chan, of course, her 4-over spell could be crucial to the outcome of this game. That early wicket has just broken things open here for the Bauhinia Stars. They can get another quick wicket right now. Maybe Keanu Gill. Set things up nicely for them. It's eased into the offside. But Keanu Gill, of course, in Sunday League cricket, scored a century just recently. And a 41 off 42 in that first game this morning. It's a very important contribution from Keanu Gill. Into the offside, straight to backward point, in fact. Still early days, of course. We're just 10 balls into this innings, but Bauhinia Stars, they've barely put a foot wrong. No extras so far either. Bang goes Keanu Gill. Clears the infield. I don't think that's going to run away to the boundary. Oh, in fact, a bit slippery out there in the deep. And they come back for 2. End of the second over. 4 for 1. Ah, there you go. 1 ball left. And it's a good thing I'm not an umpire. Got a lot of these wrong. Mid on, mid off, up in the circle. Yeah, I tell you what, just from the corner of my eye, that mid-off fielder starting outside the circle needs to do a better job of being in the circle when the over begins, when the ball is actually bowled. Nonetheless, 5 for 1 after 2. 4? No single? Oh, 4 for 1. My apologies. It's game on at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Mariam Bibi did well with the bat at the end of that innings, the first innings. Picked up an early wicket as well. Yeah, nice and straight. It's exactly where you want to be bowling. And in that game against Kuwait that I mentioned earlier, Mariam Bibi so good at nailing her Yorkers. Oh, a bit of a misfield there from Carrie Chan. Can't remember the last time I said that. Yeah, in fact, 2 misfields. Yeah, that cover fielder as well. Should have done better. So 2 runs here for Pulto. She's still looking for her first boundary. The vice captain for Jade Jets. She's a big, big player for them as well, Pulto. There's batting to come, of course, for Jade Jets. Ikra Saher still in that dugout. Big grunt. Mariam Bibi with an effort ball. Yeah, Bibi's a big player for Hong Kong and a big player for the Bauhinia Stars as well. She was so good in the Premier League along with Ikra Saher and Shanzeen Shehzad. The reason Little Saiwan won the Premier League is because they scored more runs than any other opposition and took more wickets. No rocket science there. Definitely the best team in the Premier League, and they deserve to win that title. Tell you what, it was a hotly contested Premier League though. HKCC, they were pretty good. The only team to have beaten Lil Saiwan. It was a narrow victory as well in the group stages. Oh, playing a miss. Oh no, she's overstepped. Mariam Bibi, what have you done? It's going to be a free hit now for Pulto. You can't afford to make these mistakes in a low-scoring contest. 8 for 1. 2 balls left now in the third over, and pull toe, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't run yourself out.
Seven for 1.
7 for 1, I beg your pardon. Ah, swing and a miss. Yeah, she's got so much energy, Mariam Bibi, full of enthusiasm, always yelling out support and encouragement to her teammates, whether she's on the field or in the dugout. She's such an aggressive player, plays, bowls and bats with a lot of intent. Last ball coming up right now. Smashed. Well done, Maya Gardner. Keeps it down to a single. Eight for 1 after 3. It's going to be Allison to continue. Wide delivery there. Straight to mid-wicket. Consecutive dot balls to kick off the fourth. Apologies, the first one was a wide. There you go. I'm slowing down a bit in the comm box. That double shot of coffee I had in the morning is starting to wear off. I am definitely crashing. Oh, another play and a miss. Tell you what, it's really good to see the return of the Women's All-Star Series. Some of the best cricketers in Hong Kong facing off against each other. On the money. But of course, there are some names that are missing. A lot of the players based in the UK are not here for the Women's All-Star Series. And someone like Mariko Hill, a globetrotter, made her Northern Diamonds debut last season in the UK, playing regional cricket. So many of those players in the UK as well have full-time domestic retainer contracts. That's huge. When you can pursue the sport, when you can pursue cricket as a full-time career, makes a huge difference. We saw that as well with the England under-19s, finishing in second place at the under-19 World Cup. That's in the air. Ooh, just short of mid-off. A run-out chance as well. A direct hit, and that was always going to be out. It's a huge, huge scalp of pull toe. She looks back at Keanu Gill. They're not happy with each other. She shakes her head and marches back to the dugout. I tell you what, a huge moment in the context of this game and the context of this series as well. They're in big, big early trouble. 10 for 2 with 2 balls left in the fourth. Big decision to make now in that dugout. Who comes in at number 4? Look at that. Captain Betty Chan says, I'm going to take the responsibility. I'm going to walk out at number 4. Betty Chan, of course, for the national team, often bats around 9 or 10. But make no mistake about it, Betty Chan, she can definitely hold a bat. She's opened the batting, in fact, in years gone by for Hong Kong. It's very, very good with the ball, Betty Chan. She's got a lot of work to do now, walking in at number 4. And I tell you what, opinion is divided here in the production unit. A lot of people saying, I think Bauhinia Stars are going to defend this total. And an unnamed member of this production crew said Jade Jets would chase this down in 11 or 12 overs. Oh, what happened there? An outside edge, it goes to ground. I tell you what, if that was taken at first slip, it would have been 10 for 3. It would have been the end of Keanu Gill. And it would have been the end of a certain someone's prediction. I can almost guarantee this total will not be chased down in 11, 12 overs. A big appeal. I think it's a play and a miss. Allison Sue. She wanted another wicket. 11 for 2. Another successful over. Pressure on the Jade Jets. I tell you what though, all of you listening and watching on YouTube, Facebook and Fancode, I want to hear from you. What are your predictions? Who is going to win Game 3 of the Women's All-Star Series? Will it be the batting team, the Jade Jets, or the fielding team, the Bauhinia Stars? And look at that change of bowling. I definitely agree with this move. Carrie Chan brings herself on. Takes off her cap, Carrie Chan, hands it to Chan Saha. And her 4 overs are going to be crucial. Make no mistake about that. Mid on, mid off, up in the circle. We're still within the power play. Keanu Gill. Does she have the guts to go aerial? Oh, that's a bit too short. Punched straight into the offside. Worked away in the leg side. She's going to pick up a single. And we talked about the Betty versus Carrie duel as well in that first innings. Captain versus captain. Well, it's going to be Carrie Chan, the bowler, against Betty Chan, the batter. On the leg side, again. And it's just a single. Carrie Chan not happy there with the mid-wicket fielder. She kept shouting, bowler, bowler, bowler. I don't think it would have made much of a difference. But I can see the thinking from Carrie Chan as well. Betty Chan was on the back foot. Yeah, it's going to be at least another single. Oh, misfield. Very, very untidy. It's running down to the boundary. Is it going to trickle over the ropes? Now it's pulled in just about. Keanu Gill comes back for a second. Again, same fielder at square leg, cuts it off this time. Two balls left in this over from Carrie Chan. Tossed up, that's high. I don't think it's going to travel to the boundary. Work to do for Maya Gardner. And she cuts it off, keeps it down to 2. And Maya Gardner running back there from mid-on. Lucky she had a long boundary to contend with. So it's just 2 runs to close out the 4th over. The 5th over, I beg your pardon. It's going to be Gardner into the attack as well. Had a few promising moments early in that first game. Beat the bat in her first over. Sadly, just a few too many full tosses from Maya Gardner. Gardner appears to be very good friends with our camera person, Emma Lai. Throwing her a lot of thumbs ups. But both Maya Gardner and Emma Lai, of course, they both play for HKCC. Keanu Gill on strike, plays for KCC. And she plays and misses on this occasion. And Keanu Gill, one of those cricketers who's been around for a very long time in Hong Kong cricketing circles. A decade and a half, maybe more, as a cricketer in Hong Kong. Good bit of fielding there, Carrie Chan. And Gardner, of course, famously dismissed Keanu Gill with a whooping in-swinger a few months ago. Oh, a bit of a misfield. I believe that was in the All-Star Series. It may have been in the Premier League. I need to check my facts on that one. But what a delivery that was from Maya Gardner that day. Smashed straight to Carrie Chan. Yeah, in fact, I've just checked my sources. That was at the Premier League. That game between HKCC and KCC that day. HKCC, of course, prevailing in that contest. Lemon Chung, top scoring for HKCC. In fact, it looked like KCC were in command of that game. Feels like ages ago now. I think it was around 4 or 5 months ago. That's down the leg side. Nobody there at fine leg. It's running down to the boundary. Will it get there? Absolutely. So bonus runs here for Keanu Gill and Jade Jets. You can't afford to bowl there when there's no cover at fine leg. 23 for 2 now. 1 ball left in the power play. And a bit of a mini recovery here for the Jade Jets. Keanu Gill into double figures. 11 off 15. Looking good once again. She's in good form as well, Keanu Gill. Nice and straight into mid-wicket. A dot ball to close out the power play. It's 23 for 2. A further 74 runs required for victory for the Jade Jets. They have 84 balls left and 8 wickets in hand. A bit of an injury, in fact, right now for one of the Bauhinia Stars players. I think that's Mariam Bibi. Tell you what though, my eyesight just keeps getting worse and worse. The end is near. I am getting older and older. Nowadays, when I take a shower, there's more hair in the bathtub than there is on my head. I've got a receding hairline, and whatever hair I have left is quickly turning grayer and grayer with each passing year. I digress. 74 needed off the last 14 overs. 8 wickets in hand right now. And if you're just joining us, the news from the middle is we had a fantastic game in the morning, an absolute thriller. The Jade Jets winning by just 3 runs on that occasion this morning. And that set things up really, really well. The series is tied at 1-1 right now. And this game as well, it's in the balance. Maybe a slight advantage for the Bauhinia Stars right now. And I'm sad to report, unfortunately, Mariam Bibi, it looks like she's going off the field. Yeah, she's limping off the field, in fact. I'm not sure exactly what's gone wrong. Perhaps we can get word from Ghulam Saklan. on exactly what's happened. And it's interesting, just as I was saying, small advantage to Bauhinia Stars. One of their strike bowlers is going off the field. Does that sort of change the balance again in this contest? So many interesting small subplots here today at the CHK Women's All-Star Series. Carrie Chan, of course, still has 3 overs left. There's going to be 3 big overs in the context of this game. And substitute fielder walking onto the field is Pushti Lakhani. Some more representation from Little Saiwan. Pushti Lakhani this time, the substitute fielder. We'll see a bit of spin now in the form of Akasha Yusuf. Yeah, and I believe Akasha Yusuf is predominantly a leg spinner. Joylene Kaur Dhaliwal, the keeper, missed out with the bat, but she's up to the stumps now. Big appeal, it's close, it's really close. Ooh, it's turned down by the umpire. Betty Chan, still new at the crease, the skipper for the Jade Jets, still looking for her first boundary. She's got a lot of work to do as well, Betty. That's in the air. Oh, just short of mid-wicket. Yeah, I tell you what, it's never easy diving forward. But had that gone to hand, it would have been disaster for the Jade Jets. Reminder, of course, that around 10 or 15 minutes ago, Keanu Gill was put down at first slip. Since then, she struck a boundary down the ground as well. Apologies, into the leg side, that boundary. Tossed up too wide. She concedes a bonus run. But a huge next 5 overs coming up here for both teams. What a game we had in the morning. This one as well, shaping up nicely. It's full toss. Pumped down to long on for a single. Yeah, good throw, in fact, from the deep from Maya Gardner. She's very, very athletic, Maya Gardner. I was speaking to Father Neil during the innings break in the first game. Runs 200-meter races, 400-meter races. She's very athletic. Oh, I think that's been edged past the keeper. It's running down to the boundary. Work to do for Pushti Lakhani. Can't cut it off. In fact, it's been signaled byes there from the umpire. So untidy from Joylene Kaur Dhaliwal. Very important 4 runs though for Jade Jets. That run rate is getting higher and higher for the team in blue. I say blue, but it's more of a turquoise color here for Jade Jets. I tell you what, so close to bowling her around her legs. That was really close to the leg stump there. Tossed up, Akasha Yusuf. Yeah, that's better. Left alone by Betty. 7 runs off the over. After 7, it's 30 for 2. Shouts of come on Maya from this outfield. Bauhinia Stars, they know they have an opportunity here, defending an arguably below par total. Oh, it's down the leg side. She's very lucky that didn't go to the boundary. Oh, it's up in the air. Oh, I tell you what, one bounce to mid-off. That carried a little bit further. Would have been the end of Keanu Gill. She's already had a chance in this innings. A catch put down at first slip. Very sharp chance, of course. Yeah, there you go. Down the leg side, down to that vacant deep fine leg region. Square leg runs around and keeps it down to 2. An appreciation there from Niaz Ali, the head coach of the Jade Jets. He's kept a close eye on proceedings, Niaz Ali. Not shy to offer his insights when it comes to field placements. That's up in the air. Backward point. Oh, a few yards closer to backward point. How many times have I said that? Keanu Gill skies one up, and it could have been taken. But look, at the end of the day, fortune favors the brave. And she was so good in that first game. Keanu Gill, 41 off 42. Good sound off the bat, but straight to Carrie Chan. .63 to win now, just a shade over 5 runs and over. If you're Jade Jets, no need to panic, just build a partnership. Build a partnership, wait for loose deliveries, maybe wait for some of these extras. Shanzeen Shehzad making a lot of noise in the outfield. Yeah, she's got to make up for the absence of Mariam Bibi. It's down the leg side again. Will this be signaled wide? They sneak through for a single. Nah, comes off the legs. Leg by signaled by Renee Montgomery. Fun fact, Renee Montgomery, she got a game as a player during the Premier League. There you go, Renee Montgomery. She was a last-minute addition to that KCC starting 11. .36 for 2 now, after 8. I tell you what, Renee Montgomery wasn't out there umpiring today. She'd definitely be tuning in on Facebook or YouTube. Posts a lot on social media about women's cricket in Hong Kong. A very positive, happy-go-lucky character, Renee Montgomery. And she's also a team manager at the Fair Break Invitational. How great is that? Involved with Fair Break taking place in April in Hong Kong. Another tournament, of course, scheduled for September in the USA. More leg spin. Akasha Yusuf. Look at that. We have a VIP walking in to the commentary box. Head coach of Jade Jets, Niaz Ali. Niaz, welcome to the comm box. We'll get back to that in a second. Full toss, down leg side, signaled wide again. But Niaz, that was a fantastic game in the morning. You guys won by just 3 runs. Talk us through some of the emotions in the dugout after that morning game.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Jay. Yeah, I think it was a really good display of cricket, women's cricket in Hong Kong. It's been long. We needed such game going down to the wire. Emotions are really good, really high. I think that has lifted the momentum going into this game for the girls.
Look at that. You can hear that in the background. Atif in the production unit saying, ball, yaar.
Leg spinners are always interesting to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. Nailed her length there on that occasion, Akasha Yusuf. Misses her length on that occasion. Yeah, good bit of fielding down at fine leg. Keeps it down to a single. Three balls left in this over. 39 for 2. The required run rate around 5 runs and over. Another full toss. Oh, a lot of work to do in the deep. Is she going to get around? Does well. Fielder in the deep. Saves the boundary. Keeps it down to just 2. But Niaz, of course, 96 for 5 at the end of 20 overs. Are you happy with that total, or do you feel like maybe it's 5, 10, 15 runs below par?
Well, as the coach of Jade Jets, I think they got 10 to 20 runs more than what we expected. FN got Kerry and Shenzhen main batters out. So I thought we should have squeezed in. This is something we talked about. In women's cricket, this is actually normal score. These scores can be tricky sometimes chasing on this. As you can see, the game currently is in balance for both teams right now. It can go anywhere. So I thought, yes, looking at the pitch and looking at the morning game, I think they are around 10 to 15 runs short.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you bring up that point as well. Because, we talk about, in cricket, we talk about scoreboard pressure so often. I'll come back to that after this. Driven. She doesn't find the gap, but she picks up a single nonetheless. But like I said, a big talking point is scoreboard pressure. So you lost the toss, of course. You were asked to bowl first. If you'd won the toss, what do you think you would have done?
We were looking to bat first. It's always hard to chase. We've seen from this series All-Stars, so chasing has been a bit hard, and especially with this pitch, going into 4th inning of the day. So we wanted to, the other reason was we just bowled before lunch, so we had a short break and we wanted to give our bowlers a bit of rest. But I thought the girls were really up to the mark. We bowled really well in this match. So hopefully these two can guide us through.
Yeah, no doubt. And it was a big innings as well from Keanu Gill in that first game. I think 41 or 42. But the name that really stood out for me in that first game was Yusuf with the ball. Just talk to us a bit about some of the youngsters in the Jade Jets team, like Marine Yusuf.
Yeah, I think I agree. Marine, she got us back in the game. The youngsters, I think I'm really blessed with the squad I have. I'm very happy and satisfied with the youngsters I've got and the energy they bring in, the skill level they have. So we've got Georgina, we've got Myra. She's very interesting prospect. The only left arm I see around. She got 5 wickets. Talking about Keanu as well, I think it's a really balanced squad where you got girls like Keanu, natural, full toe, who can share the national experience and young upcoming talent as well.
Oh, that's up in the air. Yeah, nobody there down at fine leg. It's going to be another streaky single here for Jade Jets. Yeah, sorry to cut you off there, Niaz, but it looks like these two, they're building a nice little partnership.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see because she's struggling with her hip. She's playing through an injury for this game, Keanu Gill. So it will be really nice for us if she stays till the end.
I think a reason for the injury might be the 100 that she scored in Sunday League quite recently.
I was the umpire. It was a great game, one-man show.
Yeah, there you go, front VIP seats for Niaz Ali. Niaz, I understand you just got back from holiday as well?
Yes, I went to play cricket sixes in Bangkok.
Wow.
Bangkok is not really famous for cricket, but I can assure you I went to play cricket. And some big names coming from Pakistan. We had some former internationals playing in that tournament, Muhammad Sami and Fawad Alam. So it was really good for us to play against those guys.
Fawad Alam. Underrated test cricketer. I think he's still active, isn't he, Fawad Alam?
Yeah, he's still active. He's still in the,
Should probably be playing for Pakistan as well, Fawad Alam.
he was unlucky not to make it to the test squad recently against Australia. England, I'm sorry, but I think he should be back soon. So we got Mariam coming back onto the field.
Yeah, no, that's so good to see. There was a small injury worry, of course, with Mariam Bibi earlier. So Pushti Lakhani, the substitute fielder, runs off. It's a very important last 10 overs as well. 51 runs needed for victory, 8 wickets in hand. Did you have any conversations before this innings about where you want to be after that 10 over mark?
Yep, we plan to be there around. I think on this page, if you stay, if you apply yourself, you can easily chase 60 odd in the last 10. So I think anything around 40 to 45 was our target. This is a conversation we had, not losing many wickets, and especially not leaving it to the low of. So we wanted the top 5 to finish do the job for us. So far, they're doing it quite nicely.
Yeah, that's on the legs and worked away to deep square leg for a single. Who's the new bowler? Do you know? Left arm. Worked way into the leg side, easy single. Emma, Jennifer right here, okay, thought so. Yeah, Jennifer Alumbro plays for the SSC Divas into the attack now. Yeah, one of the few left armers in Hong Kong. So it's not just Myra Baloch. It's a third single of the over. Yeah, it's good stuff as well from Jade Jets, limiting the number of dot balls.
Yes, I agree. I think it's strike rotation, especially after the power play, is very crucial. Especially when we need 5 in an over, so I think they are going pretty well so far. Of course, Bauhinia will be looking to break this partnership.
Yeah, and that regular strike rotation, it can cause mistakes like the one we saw just now. It's very frustrating as well as a bowler if you have to bowl to a different batter every ball. And amidst all that conversation, we forgot to tell you 50 up now for the Jade Jets.
Perfect timing, I think.
Smashed down the ground, straight back to the bowler. Yeah, what a great story, the SSC Divas. One of the best stories in Hong Kong cricket right now. A lot of great work done by the likes of Animesh Kulkarni as well. Guided. Oh, a run-out chance maybe. Another direct hit. Just about getting in time. Keanu Gill. I tell you what though, nice early call as well from the non-strikers end.
Yes, absolutely right.
So a good bit of running to close out the 12th over, the 11th over, I beg your pardon. It's 51 for 2.
Seems like this game will go down to the wire as well.
Mate, I sure hope it goes down to the wire. It's been a long time since I've seen a super over. We wanted a super over in the morning as well. Niaz Ali, the head coach, of course, of the Jade Jets. I don't think he wants a super over. He wants an outright victory.
No, I think I'm all in for promotion for the game. I would like to take this opportunity to, I've been involved in All-Star and cricket for a couple of years now, but the production and the amount of effort CHK and all the staff putting in now for this series, I think it's really good. We got to appreciate this. I think the amount of work you guys are doing for the development of cricket in Hong Kong, it's really good to see.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, man. And honestly, sometimes we have 3-4 games on in the same day. The camera people, everyone in the production unit, Nitesh as well, who's Nitesh is the leader, right? Nitesh is the leader.
Hats off.
So yeah, no, thank you for noticing. Thank you so much for the compliment. And Niaz, thank you for joining us in the comm box as well.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, best of luck. Hope we get that super over. Into the leg side. Yeah, look at that. A rare dot ball for the Bauhinia Stars. They started off so well. 2 early wickets. I get a smile as well from Maya Gardner. Her father, he's been here for the last 5 or 6 hours. Fantastic. Into the leg side. Consecutive dot balls now. And we see a change of ends as well for Akasha Yusuf, the leg spinner. Still looking for a first boundary. Betty Chan down the track, stumping opportunity. Signaled wide, but she just about makes it back in time. .45 needed for victory. 8.5 overs left. There you go, 45 off 51. That gap between runs and balls is now just 6. Betty on strike. Oh, that's poor. Akasha Yusuf, you're building some dot ball pressure. You've got to be straighter than that. Much better, straighter, fuller. Betty Chan unable to do anything with that. Full toss into the leg side. Ooh, bit of a misfield mid-wicket. Puts her hands on her head there. Yeah, and you can see why as well. I think that was Jennifer Alumbro. Wasn't happy with herself. It's getting a little chilly now here at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Emma Lai, she pops her hood on. I've got my hands in my pockets. Outside edge. Third man does well. Keeps it down to a single. Eight overs left. 42 needed for victory. Keanu Gill. Yeah, she's starting to... I'm not sure if she's cramping up. Like you heard Niaz Ali say as well, she got a bit of a problem with her hip. Spent a lot of time at the crease in the last week or so. Fresh off 100 as well in the Sunday League. Very good player, Keanu Gill. Has a storied career as well for the national team. Nowadays, she's busy with a full-time job. Completely understandable. But a very experienced head at the crease. You can see her counting the number of fielders on the offside and on the leg side. It's a 5-4 offside dominant field. There's a deep square leg and a deep mid-wicket in position. Pulled away. That deep mid-wicket has a lot of work to do. Gets a nasty bounce. But does well to keep it down to a single. Yeah, it seemed like there was a bit of a divot there in the outfield. And the ball just changing its direction, changing its course. 9 off 26 for Betty Chan. Jennifer Alumbro looking for that first wicket. That's into the leg side, down to deep fine leg. It's running down to the boundary. First boundary for Betty Chan. And a big round of applause as well from that Jade Jets dugout. 50 partnership now up between Keanu Gill and Betty Chan. With 13 off 27 now for Betty. And a good decision as well from the captain, pushing herself up to number 4. She's been the quieter of the two partners at the crease, make no mistake about that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Bauhinia Stars have conceded far too many extras. It's been a while since we've seen Carrie Chan in the attack. I think a big reason for that is she just wants to give as much exposure as possible to as many bowlers as possible. The All-Star Series, of course, is essentially a best versus best competition played between two teams. So all the best talent in Hong Kong is concentrated into two squads, the Jade Jets and the Bauhinia Stars. Down the leg side. Oh, yeah, signaled wide again. Yeah, that's the right call from Shiroy Vacha as well. I know some purists feel it's a little bit harsh. Need to be more lenient on the bowlers when they bowl down the leg side. This time too far, outside off. In fact, it's a no ball. I think it was bowled off the pitch, that's why it was signaled no ball. So it's going to be a free hit now. Betty Chan, she's got license to do whatever she wants, as long as she doesn't run herself out. Now just 34 runs required for victory. Charges down the track, lets it go. Another wide delivery. 32 required for victory now. 10 runs have come off this over. Yeah, this over turning out to be a bit of a turning point for the Jade Jets. Just 2 legal deliveries and 10 runs so far. Down the track, stumping opportunity. Yeah, it looks like she got back just in time. And if I was Joylene Kaur Dhaliwal, I'd be standing right up to the stumps. It saves you a few precious seconds. Yeah, Joylene Kaur, you gotta stand further up. Joylene Kaur Dhaliwal, of course, another young player on show here at the All-Star Series. Punched straight to Alison Sue. .32 needed, 44 balls left. Oh, and she's bolder. Yeah, an under edge onto the stumps from Betty Chan. That all-important third wicket. It breaks the partnership as well. Yeah, you can see Betty, she's not happy with herself, marching off towards the dugout. The score now, 65 for 3 after 12.5. Still, advantage Jade Jets, you have to say, but a bit of an opening now for the Bauhinia Stars. The new batter at the crease walking in at number 5 is Ikra Saher. But a very important wicket there for Jennifer Alumbro. Coming around the wicket, the left armour. I think it's that angle that really did in Betty Chan on that occasion. Just coming in with the angle, she chopped onto the stumps. But I have to say the move, push herself up the order to number 4, it's worked. The partnership in excess of 50 between Betty Chan and Keanu Gill. Figures of 1 for 15 with 1 ball left in her second over. The left armour, she's been expensive in this over. Conceded a boundary, bowled a no ball as well. A wide down the leg side. It's been a tough over for her. So she needed that wicket, the SSC Divas player. Cut away, Ikra Saher can't find the gap. End of the over. Expensive, but successful. 65 for 3 after 13. Oh, and it keeps getting colder and colder at Mission Road. Why did I not bring a proper hoodie with me? Pulled away, good sound off the bat. Deep mid wicket does well as well. Shanzeen Shehzad. Yeah, we spoke about the importance of having good boundary riders at this stage of the innings. Shanzeen Shehzad and Ikra Saher are two of the best boundary riders in Hong Kong. Speak of the devil, Ikra Saher on strike right now. Yeah, got a bit of width, punched into the offside, bit of a misfield there. It's only going to be a single. Tell you what, I'm being very harsh. That fielder in the cover region, I think it's Chan Saha, did well actually to get down. Could have easily been 2 or a boundary. Pulled in front, a square on the leg side. It's racing down to the boundary. Yeah, Mariam Bibi does well. Strong throw as well from Bibi. Keeps it down to 2. I tell you what, if you're in that Jade Jets dugout, you don't mind. 1s and 2s, good enough. Mid-wicket in position. Ready to take a catch if she needs to. Driven. Oh, a misfield. Carrie Chan. You're the captain of the national team. You have to lead from the front. Yeah, she's better than that. She knows it as well. Kicks the turf in disgust. Carrie Chan. A needless run conceded. 2 balls left in the 14th. Oh, a thickish inside edge. Squeezed away into the leg side for a single. And I can hear Mariam Bibi in the deep mid wicket. Sounds like she's losing her voice. Getting a bit hoarse there, Mariam Bibi. Great sound off the bat. She's found the gap as well. It's running down to the boundary and it gets there. Fantastic shot from Keanu Gill. Do not bowl wide to her. It closes out the over as well. 75 for 3. Just 22 runs needed for victory. 6 overs left.
सचिन को तो उठा दिया ये सही नहीं कर रहा होगा ना
थोड़ी देर के लिए मैं आता हूं
75 for 3, 6 overs left.
अब उधर से
And if you're just joining us, it is the Jade Jets.
नहीं ये डायरेक्ट
In fact, sorry, the Bauhinia Stars, who won the toss, decided to bat first, scored 96 at the end of 20 overs. We always had a feeling maybe just 10-15 runs under par for the Bauhinia Stars. Jade Jets, you have to give them credit. In spite of losing 2 early wickets, they fought back. Strong partnership between Keanu Gill and Betty Chan. It's allowed them to get into the driver's seat in Game 3 of the Women's All-Star Series. And if you're just tuning into the broadcast and to the All-Star Series, Game 1 was played a few months ago, and it was a convincing victory for the Bauhinia Stars on that occasion. Fantastic century from Carrie Chan that day. 122, can you believe that, from Carrie Chan, and a very convincing win for the Bauhinia Stars. The Jade Jets, they hit back, and they hit back in style this morning. What a comeback that was. A 3-run victory, a final over thriller. And unless something dramatic happens right now, it's going to be the Jade Jets that take a 2-1 victory at the CHK Women's All-Star Series. We have 7 wickets in hand and 6 overs to play with. It's going to be Alison Sue with the ball. Driven. This time, well fielded by Carrie Chan. Mariam Bibi hasn't given up hope. She says, come on, girls. Just one more, just one more. Sometimes that's all you need, just one wicket to get back into the game. In the air. Oh, should have been taken, Mariam Bibi. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, she was off balance there at backward point. Hands on her knees. She's not happy with herself. And she usually has a very safe pair of hands as well, Mariam Bibi. That should have been taken. Just 21 now required for victory. Oh, playing a miss. You guessed it, down the leg side and signaled wide. Yeah, I gotta say, maybe a bit of fatigue showing for the Bauhinia Stars. Back-to-back games, of course, today. Double-header Sunday at the Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Just 20 more runs required for victory. 33 balls left. Another play and a miss. I can just see Mariam Bibi getting a bit loose. I wonder if she's going to come back into the attack. They need wickets, do the Bauhinia Stars. There's a big question where these wickets going to come from. Let's hit into the leg side. It beats mid-wicket. Square leg now in hot pursuit. A lot of work to do. Yeah, it does well to cut it off, but can't prevent the two. In such good form though, Keanu Gill, century in the Sunday League, 41 in the morning game, and once again she's top scored for the Jade Jets. 33 of 37, very mature innings. Ah, tries to cut that away. Yeah, she's not happy. Keanu Gill knows there was a gap there between third man and backward point. Nonetheless, a dot ball to close out another over. 79 for 3 after 15. "18 runs required for victory, just 3 wickets left now. And decisions to make for Carrie Chan. No surprises there, she's decided to throw the ball to Mariam Bibi. Mid on and mid off now, both up in the circle. It's a mid wicket in position, a square leg. Someone down there at fine leg as well. Defended, straight to backward point. I tell you what, it's been all Keanu Gill in the last 10 overs or so. I completely forgot that Ikra Sahar was still out there in the middle. Oh, there you go, an inside edge. Fortuitous single down to fine leg. Yeah, she just punches her bat there, Ikra Sahar. She knows it was too close for a back foot drive or a cut. Should have been looking to play a lot straighter there, Ikra Sahar. But Bibi, impressive day with the ball so far for her, 1 for 6. She's into her 3rd over. Outside edge, Third man, though, is down on the boundary. Single for Keanu Gill. Down the leg side. I think she's got some bat on that. So it should be signaled runs from the umpire. Yeah, there you go. No signal. So single again for Ikra Saher. Just 15 runs required for victory now, and 26 balls left for the Jade Jets. All the momentum, of course, is with the batting team right now. I'd be very surprised if they didn't get over the line. Big call of no. The right call as well. As we enter the closing stages of this contest, there's a big question. What went wrong for the Bauhinia Stars in this game? The answer is very, very simple. Not enough runs on the board. The Jade Jets, quite simply, they've bowled better than the Bauhinia Stars. Big shot, she clears mid-on. A lot of work to do for Maya Gardner. She's not going to cut it off either. Yeah, just 11 more runs now required for victory. Keanu Gill with another boundary, 38 off 41. And the score's 86 for 3. You can see both Ikra Saher and Keanu Gill having a discussion here. And I think the conversation is very simple. We've got this chase under control. Nothing fancy needed. There's singles available on the leg side. If the ball is in your arc, you can always take the option of trying to clear mid-on. That's something Keanu Gill did so well on the last delivery of the 16th over. And it looks as if Carrie Chan is going to bring herself back. Yeah, and I think it's a little bit too late this from Carrie Chan. In her defense, I think what she was trying to do is give as many overs as possible to as many bowlers as possible. The skipper of the national team, of course, not just the skipper of the Bauhinia Stars. I think she wants these youngsters to grow as much as possible. Cutaway finds the gap between backward point and third man. It's running away on the outfield, but it's pulled in. Yeah, we're in single figures now. Just 9 more required to win for Jade Jets. And if they win this Jade Jets, they're also going to clinch the Women's All-Star Series. Cut away this time to the right of backward point. And again, she's found the gap. It's running down to the boundary. And it slows up in the outfield again. Yeah, look at that. They come back for more runs. Is that 3? Yeah, there you go. 3 runs actually on this occasion. Yeah, good bit of running. You have to give credit where credit is due as well. Keanu Gill, she knows her limitations. Just struggling with her hip a little bit. But she's run really well between the wickets. And a hallmark of her innings, in addition to putting away the bad balls, has been turning those 1s into 2s and 2s into 3s. Shorter, flatter, punched. No misfield this time. Just keeps it down to a dot. 6 runs needed, 21 balls left. Nudged to mid-wicket. Make that 6 off 20. Pulled. Oh, misfield by mid-wicket. Run out chance, in fact. Big appeal, an optimistic one. She made her ground there, Keanu Gill. handy innings as well from Ikra Saher. A runner ball 10 right now at the crease. She was pushed down the order, opened, of course, in the morning game, coming in at number 5 today. And I'm being notified by Atif behind me. She actually had cramps, so that may have been a contributing factor to her batting at 5. Three overs left now. They need 5 runs to win, do the Jade Jets. One thing I will say about Ikra Saher, though, she's improved her batting a lot in the last year or year and a half. And I wonder, when it comes to the national team, where is Ikra Saher going to bat for the national team? I'll tell you what, she definitely has the ability to bat around that 7 or 8 position. But even if she doesn't, her success, her recent success with the bat, gives options to Hong Kong down the order. And it's so important. The best teams in the world, they bat deep. It's so important, especially in T20 cricket. It gives your top order and your middle order license to go after the bowling. Especially if you know that they're always capable batters. There's always some muscle and boundary hitting ability in the shed. Alison Sue. That's pushed down the ground. Maya Gardner keeps it down to a single. Just 4 runs required now. Just 1 hit away from a very good comeback. They lost that first game, of course, the Jade Jets. And to win 2 in a bounce, 2 on the bounce, I beg your pardon, it's no mean feat. Shows a lot of mental fortitude as well. 4 runs. Will it happen right now? Worked away. Quick call of yes, yes, yes. They make it in quite comfortably. Countdown continues. 3 more runs to win now. And Niaz Ali as well from that Jade Jets dugout saying, you've got to finish with the not out. Both of you at the crease. I don't want to see another wicket fall. You have to close out this chase. Three runs required for victory, 16 balls left. And now Carrie Chan saying, everybody come into the circle. Let's make this as hard as possible for Keanu Gill. If you want to hit the winning runs, Carrie Chan says you've got to go over the top. Or you have to take a risky single. Three to win. Full toss, pumped down the ground. Well fielded by Alison Sue. I think Keanu Gill knows there was an opportunity there as well to hit the winning runs. Goes leg side. I think she's made a very good connection on that. It's racing down to the boundary. And that's the game. The Jade Jets win by 7 wickets with more than 2 overs to spare. A big smile on that face of Keanu Gill. Once again, she gets into the 40s and top scores for the Jade Jets. 44 off 47. A huge contribution from the Jade Jets all-rounder. And what a comeback from the Jade Jets. They went down in that first game quite convincingly. And they've bounced back to win 2 on the bounce and clinch the Women's All-Stars Series. This has been a Cricket Hong Kong production. Fantastic work from everyone in the production unit and our camera people and everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in as well. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansagani. If you like what you've heard, you can follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansagani. Follow Cricket Hong Kong as well across our social media channels on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But the story of the day is Keanu Gill, top scores in both the morning game and the afternoon game. And the Jade Jets, they've just been the better team in both games so far today, and they clinched the series 2-1. Don't go too far, of course. We're going to have highlights of this second innings coming up right after this. But thank you so much for joining us on another CHK production, and I will see you sometime soon. See a slip in position as well. One ball left. I think she's looking for that outside edge as well. Natural Yip though, she's in good form. Made a contribution in that first game. Upish, taken, first wicket down. Bauhinia Stars, they're still in it. It's 1 for 1 after the first over, and a big fat 0 for Natural Yip. There you go, we were just talking her up, Mariam Bibi, and responds with a wicket in her very first over. Got a game on here once again. We saw that as well with the England under-19s, finishing in second place at the under-19 World Cup. That's in the air. Ooh, just short of mid-off, a run-out chance as well. A direct hit, and that was always going to be out. It's a huge, huge scalp of pull toe. She looks back at Keanu Gill. They're not happy with each other. She shakes her head and marches back to the dugout. I tell you what, a huge moment in the context of this game and the context of this series as well. Darren. That's down the leg side. Nobody there at fine leg. It's running down to the boundary. Will it get there? Absolutely.
Strike rotation, especially after the power play, is very crucial. Especially when we need 5 in an over, so I think they are going pretty well so far. Of course, Bauhinia will be looking to break this partnership.
Yeah, and that regular ball just changing its direction, changing its course. 9 off 26 for Betty Chan. Jennifer Lumbro looking for that first wicket. That's into the leg side, down to deep fine leg. It's running down to the boundary. First boundary for 32 needed, 44 balls left. Oh, and she's bolder. Yeah, an under edge onto the stumps from Betty Chan. That all-important third wicket. It breaks the partnership as well. Yeah, you can see Betty, she's not happy with herself, marching off towards the dugout. The score now, 65 for 3 after 12.5. Still getting a bit hoarse there, Mariam Bibi. Great sound off the bat. She's found the gap as well. It's running down to the boundary and it gets there. Fantastic shot from Keanu. Not enough runs on the board. The Jade Jets, quite simply, they've bowled better than the Bauhinia Stars. Big shot, she clears mid-on. A lot of work to do for Maya Gardner. She's not going to cut it. Goes leg side. I think she's made a very good connection on that. It's racing down to the boundary. And that's the game. The